Okay, so let's take a look at the study guide. So we have, number one, is express 20 pens to 45 pencils as a fraction in simplest form. So it would just be 20 to 45. And then in simplest form, I could divide both of them by 5, and I get 4 over 9. So 4 over 9 is the answer. Express the rate as a unit rate. So remember, unit rate, the unit rate is the cost per one item. So we could say the cost per ticket. So 495 over 30, that's our ratio. And then we just take 495 divided by 30 would give you 16.5. So it would be 16.5 or $16.50 per ticket. Okay. Number 3, we are going to convert this 9 miles to kilometers. Now it is, when you set this up, it would be 9 miles times the conversion ratio. Since we're doing miles to kilometers, we have to put miles in the bottom, and that's about 0.62 miles per 1 kilometer. Okay, so miles can cross out, and that would give us 9 divided by 0.62 is approximately 14.52, round to the nearest hundredth. So it would be 14.52 kilometers. Okay? Number 4. 4 and 5, we want to know if it is proportional. Well, let's take a look. So 10 over 200 could go down to 1/2. 20 over 40 could go down to 1/2. 30 over 450 is 1 over, not 1 over 1/2, I'm sorry, 1 over 20. And that would be 1 over 15. And 40 over 60 is 1 over 15. And so this is no. On the next one, 3/6 is 1/2. That's where I got the 1/2. 4/8 is 1/2. 5/10 is 1/2. And 6/12 is 1/2. So the answer is yes, they are proportional. Number 6, we have k over 35 equals 3/5. So to solve for k, all we have to do is cross multiply. So k over 35 equals 3 over 5. When we cross multiply, we end up with 105 equals 5k. Divide both sides by 5, and k equals 21. All right. So we are to write a proportion that can be used to solve for each variable, then solve. So this is a 2-part problem. Okay. So the first part is we have to write a proportion. Well, we could say 32 miles to 1 gallon would be equal to 528 miles to X gallons, or Y gallons. Okay. We then cross multiply, and we end up with 528 equals 32 X. Divide both sides by 32, and X equals 16.5, or 16.5 gallons. All right. Number 8. On a set of blueprints, the scale is 1/2 inch equals 4 feet. Find the actual length of a room that measures 3.2 inches on the blueprint. So we set up a proportion. 0.5 inches over 4 feet. We set that equal to, they give us the inches, so that's 3.2 inches over X amount of feet. We cross multiply again, and we cross multiply, we end up with 12.8 equals 0.5x. Divide both sides by 0.5, and x equals 25.6. So it would be 25.6 feet. Okay? All right, number 9. It says a model airplane is 10 inches in length. The actual length of the airplane is under 10 feet. What is the scale used to build the model? Well, we have 10 inches over 110 feet. We set that equal, we make a proportion to 1 inch over x feet. We cross multiply, we get 110 equals 10x. Divide both sides by 10, and x equals 11. So it would be 1 inch equals 11 feet. Okay? All right. Number 10, the distance between two cities is 512 miles. If the scale on the map is a ½ inch equals 32 miles, what is the distance between the cities on the map? Well, I set up my proportion, so I would put 0.5 over 32, okay, and set that equal to, they give us the miles, so that goes on the bottom, 512 miles over x inches. We cross multiply and we get 32x equals 256. Lost my train of thought for a minute. Divide both sides by 32, and that gives me x equals 256 divided by 32 is 8. So it would be 8 inches. Okay? Number 11 is find the value of x. So we will go from, let's go small to big. So let's go 35 over 70 would be equal to 25 over x. That's 35x equals 1,750. Divide both sides by 35. And x will equal 50. So 50 centimeters. Number 12, we have a photograph that is 3 by 5, and we have a photograph that is 21 by 35. We want to know what the scale factor of the dilation is. We are enlarging. Since we're enlarging, we're going to go from big over small. Okay, because we know the number is going to be greater than 1. So we could pick either two sides. We could do 35 over 5 or 21 over 3. So we'll go 21 over 3, and that's going to give me 7. So a scale factor of 7. There's 7 times difference between them. So 13 says let S, which is negative 6, 4, be a point on the triangle STU. What are the coordinates of the new S if the rectangle is dilated by a scale of 3/8? So that's where you would just take your S of negative 6, 4 and multiply each coordinate by 3/8. So you'd have negative 6 times 3/8, the scale factor, and you would have 4 times 3/8, the scale factor. That would give you the new S, which would be negative 2.25 and 1.5. All right. And then the last one, at the same time, a 10-foot pole casts a 22-foot shadow. Okay? So a 10-foot pole, 22-foot shadow. A nearby tree casts a 33, see, that's why I draw it out sometimes. A 33-foot shadow, and we want to know how tall the tree is. So we could say 10 over x equals 22 over 33. We would have 22x equals 330. Divide both sides by 22. And x equals 15. So the tree is 15 feet tall. All right, if you got any questions, let me know.